What's today's mathematics?
Build, destroy. To build is to elevate the mentalities of self and those around self. To add positive energy to every nation. To build, you must first start from the root, which is the knowledge foundation, and add on to the highest peak. To destroy is to eliminate and destroy any and all negativity that enters my cipher of supreme harmony.
Destruct sequence completed and engaged. Awaiting final code.
Code 0, 0, 0. Destruct. 0.
Destruct sequence is activated.
Welcome to the Melanated World Network. Produced by DM3 Entertainment. You are now tuned in to the Think Tank Podcast. To listen to three brothers who have been friends for over 30 years speak on many different topics. So sit back, relax, and you just might learn something. What's up? What's up, everybody? We in the building. This is my fault this week. I'm David Ruffin this week. I was out trying to meet a young lady. We hung out a little bit. I told her I had the show at 7, but you know, traffic gets crazy, and you know, brother had to swoop all up and down through traffic try to get to the show. I got my brothers in here. They was waiting on me, and they was like, "Yo, where the link at? Where the link at, David Ruffin?" Well, we got a quick show. We got a nice show today. As we always do. Introduce yourselves.
What's going on, family?
Yeah, man. What's happening, baby? What's happening?
Let's do this, bruh. First of all, how was the date?
Oh, it was definitely nice, yo. I think I connected with her. I knew her for like a year, right? And, I just ran into her last week. I seen her, and I kicked my game like we did back in the day. You asked her, excuse me, let me ask you, you a married woman? She was like, no. I said, you're a single woman? She said, I know. I said, do you have a man or somebody? She said, no. And then she tried to catch me before I could answer that question. She said, and I ain't into women.
That
She
was
said,
what's
I
up.
am not. Yeah, she said, I am not into women. So I was like, no, I wasn't even going to answer that question. But
Yeah.
she said, what you got to say? I want to know if I could take you out. She was like, oh, definitely, we could do that. So we hooked up. We went out, shot a little pool, talked and everything, and kicked the Willy Bobo. You know what I'm saying? So that's what went
So
down.
I asked the question: where did you take it? Cheesecake Factory?
Nah, like we take our own advice. We just went to a pool hall. We just shot some pools,
Oh,
had,
that's
had
what's
a little
up.
drink, had a little.
Up.
I'm gonna tell you. What day was that? Sunday. So I'm at a round table of brothers and a few sisters, and it's like the poison that's in the room of why we just can't get along. I felt like it was Sister Soldiers uh, versus the whole clan of PE. You know, the ability for a black woman and a black man to come in the room and just have dialogue about relations. And you're talking about everybody in the room is 47 and above. The oldest one in the room was
Mhm.
56. And what I learned
What's that?
that um, people don't listen; they just listen to rebut. They don't care
Yeah,
what you say. It's like they got earmuffs on while you talking. Blah, 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 wonk, 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 and then they want to hit you with the 1-2 to make you look like the goof.
yeah.
That's
You
what
know,
that's what we come to as a society, but
man. That remind me of. Remember, we all come from the hood. We tell people that all the time. But remember when girls used to do double dutch?
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of that girl
Mm-hmm.
trying to wait to jump in. That's what they do when they listen to you talk. They just watching the rope. They just watch the rope go through till they wait for their little wait till they can jump in. That's all it is.
yeah, yeah. I thought it was. I started laughing because I began to believe that it's over. We are in a slow decline of relationship. It's a slow decline. It's going to be a death in about 25 years. Our children won't find nobody to marry because there will be nobody to be married, racially. Because at this point, we're too busy worried about where you're taking me, what you got, what you doing, what are you made out of. The only thing you're looking for is
Definitely.
resources. And what do you get when you look for resources? Nothing.
Yeah. I look at
There's,
it like go ahead. Keep going.
no, I think it's just a shame, and it's a slow death to nothing, to the death of the black family and marriage. I really do. Slow
Definitely.
death because you had said it. Who was raising these young boys? Single mothers. But
Mhm.
most of who's raising these young girls? Single mothers. So are you poisoning both sides? That's why I always cap upon the conversation that as black fathers we need to be there. So there should not be in this 2023. There should be no uh, empty households with black fathers not in or around that house for that child.
Definitely. I got hit you with, I
That's
was
a fact.
but it's crazy that you talked about that because like over the week I'll be looking for different things we could talk about, and
Yeah.
I pulled up these three things this week, and you just talking about how women kind of we ain't beating up on y'all at all. We just recognizing the facts of what's going on out here. Putting the light on the darkness so we can see what's in that dark. So with this first question is when women ask when women ask for what they're asking for, do they truly want what they're asking for? And I got these two clips and I'm gonna hit them for y'all and then we can kind of talk about it. So the question basically is, do women really want what they're asking for? Right. So here's the first clip. This is an old joint. This is back when, do y'all remember when Chris Rock had a talk show?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Well,
That
Chris.
Grandmaster. What's the name? Was the DJ
Oh,
Flash?
word. Okay,
Yep.
that's what's up. And so he had the girl from Love Jones on there, and this is what he had to say.
What do women want? Since we're there, what the hell y'all want? Women want it all. You can't have it all. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Women want it all. You motherfuckers want too much shit. No. You wonder why motherfuckers tiptoe away every now and then. Because you want too much shit. Even motherfuckers with everything don't got everything. Want something?
Women want it all. We want to be loved and worshipped. We want to be sex lovely.
Okay.
We want everything.
Okay.
We want
All right, you heard the young lady. She looks you fine, ain't she, yo? What do y'all think
Wow.
of that? Or her making the points? I
I,
mean,
I
them
will, I
statements.
will, I will turn the tables to my sweet brother over there, number one. Go ahead, brother. Pick it.
Bruh, she said, I want to be worshipped. And you know
See,
what? Women do get worshipped by men. Damn, wow, wow. But you know what? They gonna get what they want. All women get what they want. At the end, they deserve everything they want. And I say that with a pure heart because what you need is going to escape you. And then you're going to be bitter. I believe they're going to be bitter in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, um, trying to reconcile their differences when they get everything they want. They'll never be satisfied. Women are never satisfied anyway. The more you feed it that desire of want, the more they're gonna want more and want more and want more and want more. I guess that stems from daddy. Daddy probably spoiled them, gave them everything they wanted, and
Or
they
the
think,
actions of a father.
yeah, or the yeah. I wouldn't even know where to go with this one. For real, I'm going to zip it up. I said enough, but I'm gonna zip it up because
but yeah, definitely. So, you want me to say something more, or you want to speak on it?
Please, please.
What I was gonna say, it was funny how you just said, they get what they want, right? I've been watching different, streaming talk shows and things like that, and there's this new thing. They want 666. They want a six figures. They want a six pack, and they want what's the third thing? Oh, a
A 6 inch
6 inch.
pipe.
Yeah.
6 inch pipe.
So
Oh, don't forget the BMW, 6 inch
yeah,
BMW
yeah.
on the
But the
sixth
three
floor.
six, yeah. But what I was thinking, Mo and Rail, is like I said, 666. And what Rail just said, they get what they ask for, right? And they want, and if you're a Christian, if you're a person of religion, what's the 666?
yeah, the mark of a
Mark,
beast.
mark of the beast. And this is what they get. They get beast. They looking for the 666, and they getting the mark of the beast. They getting men that ain't gonna treat them right. Men that ain't got no sense. They act like a beast. So they got to stop searching for things. That's like last week we were saying. We think that we think that they need to be asking their fathers and their uncles
Yeah,
and their older brothers, "Hey, give me some assistance in finding me somebody," right?
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
that's what I wanted to add to it. Before we get to the next clip, Mo, what did you think?
I think that's a very difficult question to answer because no two women are the same. No two men are the same. Nobody's designing prototypes of men. The absence of men in homes makes it difficult for women to just identify a man or the absence of a father in their life or father figure. It's very difficult. And vice versa to be the same. I mean, it's very difficult for us to look for that woman of what we want when our moms, and especially in our households, they ain't had time to be cute. They had time to go to work. They ain't had
Yeah,
time to ask for all these whatevers because in a single parent household, she understands her daily duties, and that's getting up, paying the bills, and taking care of the children. So
yeah. But
sometimes it's a wish list that's just frankly impossible to come up with. And then you'll have somebody that would debate me and say, "Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is." In your mind, anything is possible. Some of the biggest fallacies that we can create are in our minds. Um, when you put things together, it's just hard.
yeah,
It's just
but
hard.
you know what? I would say at 30, when I was 30, that same woman that wanted everything uh was my come up because in high school they wanted the athlete. They wouldn't mess with me. I was going to culinary. They didn't want me. They wanted the athlete, and I was an honor roll student. They didn't want me. They wanted the thug, the hardcore. So after high school, they got all of that, and then the athlete that they did get turned out to be a bum. Didn't even make it all, go anywhere. And they not now they got two or three children. So now I'm moseying along 30 and I was getting it all because they was beat up and raggedy. So that that typical woman that wanted everything at 30, I had it with she. All I had to
Well,
do was turn around and smoke a joint with her, drink a little beer with her, and I had it because they was beat up. And
if
and
you
it's fun. it's funny because we say, you know, God grant me that which is lawful, that I may stay away from that which is unlawful.
Mhm.
And I
It's
say
funny
that,
you say
but
that at 30, but what about at 50?
at 50, oh man, have you seen the dating pool? I did go on the Facebook dating pool. I lasted 2 days, but after I saw the dating pool, I said, my God, the women at 50, the
Damn,
black
it's
women
good.
at 50,
Damn, it's good.
whoo. And I won't blame on her, man. All they, I ain't gonna even the Facebook pool at 50. And I do, bro. I'm not trying to be reckless, but the black women at 50, my God, I see why they on the dating site. They don't have no chance out there at all. They just let themselves go. They got what they wanted. If you know what, go to the Facebook dating site, look at the woman who's 50, and look at all the women that got what they wanted. And you look at them now, it look like they haven't missed a square meal, breakfast, snack, lunch at all.
Yeah.
They haven't.
Hey, this is yeah. And I was gonna say, and he's not bashing. He's just kicking facts.
In
You
the
Boy,
know.
in
they
the
beat
words
up.
of the Godfather himself, he
They
weighed
beat
more than a
up.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat up. No, 50, man, they were beat up. I,
Yeah.
I said, man, let me take myself off of there. They
Yeah.
got what they
And
wanted.
yeah. And that's the thing too. Like I said, I go back to no one's comparing a woman to a car. But the thing is, it's just a simile. It's just to make you understand. It's like you got your Lexus in 19, you got that Lexus in 1992. That Lexus was sweet coming off the lot. Engine was nice, inside was nice, had some nice
Right.
rims. It even smelled good when you opened the doors. But then what you do? They never changed the oil. You
Right.
always put the cheap gas in it. Let the
Yep. Think
wheels
you
roll.
get in the way. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
let the
Yep.
wheels go down all the way down to they was ball tires, and
Damaging the
then
rim.
yeah, and now it's the year 2023. You wonder what happened to that Lexus, you know? But then you got
Yeah,
some
I would.
people who know how to. You got that same dude that bought that Lexus the same year you bought yours, but he took care of his.
Yeah,
But
you
that's
gotta take
rare.
Maintenance,
care of yourself. You got.
maintenance.
Yeah, you gotta take care of
Well,
yourself,
I mean,
man.
the reality of it all is life hits us all. And I'll be the first one to say, the cap is gone. The belly is full. I mean, the wrinkles are there. So I'm a classic vintage 1992 Lexus. I
Yes.
probably got about 300,000 miles, but it still looks good in the driveway.
Yeah. Say yeah.
Yeah.
Say me and Mo, we the drop tops. You know, but
Yeah.
Rail
Yeah,
still
it's a
got his.
drop top.
He's
I still got.
yeah. Rail still
Look,
got his rag top.
funny you would say that. You was comparing them the women to a car, but some of them sisters at 50, most of them, 85% of them look like a small Yugo, but the size of a small Yugo.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm
And
I'm
then
gonna
they
go off
were
camera till you done with them jokes.
did
I'm
they
going off
want
camera
a,
till you done with
did
them
they
jokes.
want a faith
No
Christian
disrespect.
based brother? Yeah, then they want to live life slow and man, come on, nobody wants your garbage now. You take I'm sorry, you spent your
You on
20,
the road
30,
tonight, baby?
40
You on the
thinking
road?
you, yeah, y'all thought y'all had it good. And every guy that you got what you wanted, they gave you what you wanted and they left you depressed, 3 or 4, 5, 6 children. Now you're a mess. So yeah, I don't have no remorse for him. Maybe I should, but now you want to the only thing you can get out of that at 50 is a brother with no teeth at 50 still working at McDonald's, mopping floors. Man, I'm just going on. You might can get that,
Yeah.
but man, I'm sorry. God forgive me.
Yeah.
My bad, family.
All right. Well, so brothers, so we can get out this hot water. You know, so we can stay ball, so we can stay some ball eggs. You know, let's get out this hot water, right? So the next question I'm gonna get up next video I got for you is still in the same vein of what women want, because this next video we got a younger sister, and she has an idea what she wants, but look, watch the video and look what her what the result is of when she gets what she wants.
State. And when I opened the door, my man was at my front door, and I was like, "Oh, like right." And then he hit me with the Rico. He pulled the flowers out, and I was like, "Wow, this is different, right?"
So I'm not even paying attention. I brush past it, trying to walk down the steps and get to the door, right? Because I'm not paying attention. I'm just so not used to it, and it just hasn't, like, I just didn't have a lot of practice. He opened my car door. I get inside. He closed the door. I immediately went to my group chat. It's weird. Did you say he opened your car door?
High five.
No. Now let me explain, right? Let me explain. By the time we got to the restaurant, my follow-up text was, y'all, that's my bad. I just realized, and all that stuff we be talking about, we don't really want it. And I felt like he technically did everything that we be saying we be wanting. In my mind, instinctively, my first thought was, he corny. But he really did everything that we want. But
So that was sister number 2, the younger sister, because the first sister was older. And you see how she had, oh, I want to be worshipped and all this, and she older. And you got this younger one. She got what she wanted, but didn't recognize it in her face. What y'all got to say about that?
Well, I would say that goes both ways. I would really say that goes both ways. Because I would like to say how many good women we've ruined in the last 30 years. How many bad women has ruined good men in the last 30 years. It's a very touch and go situation. That toggle switch can go either way. But what do we do if by giving you flowers and opening your door is weird nowadays? What do I do if opening your door and giving you flowers is weird? I don't have any answer for that. I can't even answer for her what she think is weird.
Yeah. I
But did
try.
you think? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, but do you think that's peculiar for her to want? She say she wanted that, but when she got it, she didn't know how to recognize it.
But she thought it was a sucker. She thought he was a sucker move to open the car doors and bring flowers on the first date. You know, somehow she was programmed to see that that was a nerd move. Now the funny thing is, we was always programmed because Mama uh, carried us for 9 months. That we should have no problem carrying Mama's bags at all because she carried a heavy load for 9 months, and I shouldn't have a problem opening up a door for a woman because it was a woman, my mother, who opened the door for me to come into life itself. And so that's what I supposed to to do because it's not that I'm worshiping her, I'm just worshiping my mother. Most of the things I'm doing with this young lady, opening the car doors and doing that, is because mama grew me to take care of a woman like that. So trying to look at my mom and make, say, okay, this is, my mom taught me how to have a queen. And so, but now, if in this era it's a sucker move, and I have declined opening a girl's door, only because I kind of peeped that she was looking at me kind of weird, and I said, okay, well, let me back off of that, and and but they miss out on the ideal of why we open the car door, but keys there. And then there are the keys of heaven. You know, the Ankh, the Egyptian Ankh, the whole door, the whole thing represents the kingdom of heaven, opening up the door. So I open the door because I do want you to open up the door to me so that I may can procreate. And relationships have always supposed to been recreational, not recreational. But our relationships now are recreational, so they don't care about all of that. Man, roll a joint, roll a L, smoke one, puff one with me, and it's all game. That's all you really need now is some motherfucking bomb ass loud, and you good to go. Fuck all the dumb shit. Don't even open the door. Get that bomb ass loud. Blow one with them. Doors, their legs open, and you in. You can skedaddle when you need to leave. Peace. Outie.
Yeah.
Hey, if they want to play it, we can all play it. So with tit for tat. Get that L, roll that L, get that bomb ass weed. That's all you need. Don't need no game. And probably a few dollars.
As you
I
was, I was gonna
Damn.
say, I was gonna say,
I'm
as you was, yeah, I was gonna tell you, as you were talking, what Mo said was resonating in my brain. How he was saying, yo, it goes both ways. Brothers be dogging out the sisters, so they tend to get caught up. So my advice to any young sister who watching, now this is an old man just giving you advice. I was a super hoe when I was coming up. When I
Got the
first got
rock
my
had them all.
it
He
was a
was a
super.
super hoe.
I'll tell you when I turned 18 and I first got mine, I was like, "Boom, that sweet potato tastes so good. Let me go get some more." You know, and I'm out here trying to get the sweet potato pie. Remember Domino from the West Coast, sweet potato pie. You know, but on a serious note, yeah, I think that sister, I think that you should talk to older men because the younger brothers. Now we talking about older men who got their minds together, not older men living their second childhood, like Nas said. Nas said there are men walking out here trying to live their second childhood. We're not talking about those men. We're talking about established men who work a 9 to 5, you know, work hard, want to provide, want to treat you good because he's already been a super hoe. You know what I'm saying? He done his what they used to call it wild oats. He already did his wild oats. So you have the beauty that God has given you. You've been gifted with beauty, and with that beauty, you're supposed to people bother me on this phone here. All right, apologize for that. I should have put it on mute. But as I was saying, what I was saying was yeah, my advice is to young ladies, y'all should, you know, try to talk to an older man because he should have his mind together and don't, you know, and I know they out here shaming older men. Why are you talking to that young woman? Well, that's really how God had it set. Because you go all the way back to the father, Adam and Eve. Eve was younger than Adam. We don't know when
Yeah,
he created, we don't know how long between the time when God created Eve and Adam. It could have been 100 years. We don't know. But the
right,
bottom line
true.
is she was younger than he was.
That's
So
a valid point there.
yeah.
That's a valid
So
point.
yeah. So I just say in order to stay away from the nonsense, stop talking to dudes that's your same age range. At least try to look for a man that's already established. And most of the time that's
Yeah,
an older man.
true, true, true. Yeah, that, yeah, you should, yeah, yeah. It's a lot of wisdom we need to give them. So I hope they get it right.
Definitely, definitely. So like
Mm.
you know, like I was running a little late, so it's like a little thing. I didn't get to put the name of the title of each thing, and I forgot to say this is episode 4. Like to thank
Oh
everybody who
wow,
watched us last
it's
week.
episode 4 already, and I'm
Yeah,
and man, I'm having a ball. I'm having a blast. They need to
yeah,
start chiming in. So
yeah,
then
yeah.
what's
We
the
still
next question?
yeah,
We got
um, yeah. Mo done dipped on us, but all right. The next question I came in. This is what's on the title of the video because I try to put something up there to get the people to come in. But I've been thinking about this for a while, and the title I put was, if I can remember, I can't like off the top because I didn't have it typed out, but it's somewhat having to do with: is it time for melanated Americans to stop looking like they're rich or trying to pretend that they're rich by buying things that they
Yeah,
know is not in their
yes.
category to build something. And it reminds me too of what Mo was talking about last week and the week before, the grandfather mentality. And we're about to listen to a grandfather. I think he's a brother, even though he looks real pale. But I think he's like, if we go back, we did have ancestors that were black people, but they were light skinned, like I don't know what, passing for white. But here's a grandpa about to give y'all some advice. Check it out.
Folks are planning for 3 generations, and we're planning for Saturday night. I would rather carry a plastic bag with $5,000 in it than to carry a $5,000 Louis Vuitton bag with $100 in it. Nike is winning. Gucci is winning. Armani is winning. You ain't winning. We are the consumption class. They are the merchant class. They make stuff. We buy stuff. The rich stay rich by pretending to be poor, and the poor stay poor by pretending to be rich. We got this shit ass backwards.
All right. Now that's the first one. I got one more for you, and then we can start talking about it. I seen that one, and then I caught this one too. Check this one out.
has a range of products especially for the poor. And that brings us back to the question, why are brands like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga, and Hermes so popular with the poor? Well, the answer is psychological. In fact, every luxury brand has two product categories. A clothing category that will be accessible to the general public, with very flashy clothes that make the logo stand out. Luxury brands have in fact understood that the poor absolutely want to show that they are wearing luxury because they need to prove their values to others. And a second category reserved for the very rich with simple, discreet clothes. You don't even recognize the brand of the garment. Once again, luxury brands have understood that the rich don't want to be noticed and don't need to show or prove to others that they wear luxury. Luxury brands have therefore adapted their products to suit the psychology of their customer.
All right, so my question to the panel is it time for melanated black people to realize, stop trying to show you're rich and get rich and make it be generational?
I've been speaking about this topic for quite some time now, and I'm primarily with melanated people. And the only answer I get, I'm gonna do what I want with my money. I work every day. I work every week. I'm gonna go spend. If I want to go buy whatever, I go buy whatever. You know, I think it dips in the mind, and like we talked about the psychology of it all. You know, to prove to somebody that you're rich. I mean, we all know what the red line means, and we understand the red line. You live on that side, and it's a reason why you live on that side, because that's what we can afford. And you live on that side because this is what we can afford. Primarily, if you look at your class of friends, the first five, they probably make about the same amount of money you make. The people you might talk to on and off will probably be above. The people you don't even speak to is out of your class. That's why you don't speak to them. I always laugh when I go to the bank or if I go to wherever. I always say the reason why you ain't counting money because you ain't smart enough to loan it out. The bank teller give you attitude. The secretary at the school gives you attitude because you're not smart enough to be back in the classroom. That's why you're a secretary, with me. But the psychology is I want you to think that I have, that I'm above you, because that's how the poor thinks. The poor thinks that if I have things, I'm above you. The rich already know they're above you. That's why they don't even talk to you. That's why they don't have time for you. And it's all about generational money. We look at our rappers right now, they all wear their money on their neck. They don't take that, if they take that 100,000, 300,000, whatever on their neck, go buy up 4 or 5 dilapidated buildings in the neighborhood, and they tear them down. It's still on the property, it's still on the land on it. Gentrification, if you take, let's say Memphis right now, I think Memphis is a really hotbed. Every little baby who, whatever, is coming out of Memphis. And we all know how Memphis has been a tough town since the 60s. A lot of those buildings, you can't even live in them. They're dilapidated. Tear them down, buy them out. Buy up the whole neighborhood. Buy up everything. But they don't. Got my jewelry on my neck, $100,000 piece, specialized for just me and my crew. You take it back after your fame is over, and the guy who's giving you the contract got all the fortune, and you only got the fame. No one knows who you are. Now you're doing shows at the local community center just to keep it going. Just to keep it going. It is better to be the Mac in the back than a chump up front. I am up to my neck when I look at things, and I know you don't got money. I know you don't have money. You shopping out of Ross, you shopping out of Marshalls just to prove to me you got something. You buy the biggest polo brand that's on your shirt, on your pants, or whatever it might be. But when you're speaking to people, the psychology is that I want you to believe that I got more than you. So that's why I buy these luxury things with all these big labels on it and these cars, et cetera, et cetera. You look at Bill Gates or the top 10 billionaires, when you see them, there's nothing on them that makes them seem like they got money. Nothing. But I'll speak to people, I don't care. I work hard. I'm going to go buy this. I'm going to go buy that. They're not thinking like the grandfather. Every person, whoever established wealth in their family, did not enjoy it until the end. Meaning, I've been doing this for the last 40 years. I now give the reins to my son. I will enjoy some of this. Because now my son is working so he can give it to his son. And then his son working so on and so forth. Look at everybody who ever created generational wealth. That's how it went traditionally. That's facts. But I just want you to. We go to a school, the rundown poorest school in the community, and our kids are wearing $300 sneakers, and they can't play basketball. They're only wearing them just for the ideal of saying, "Look at me." One of the dumbest things I heard a chick tell me was, "Oh, I'm a sneakerhead." You really? I turned that thing around, took it right back home. Do you know what it's like to buy a pair of sneakers and sit on them and think that, oh, they're going to flip them in the future? They ain't working because now how many sneakers are dropping every day, every week, and which ones are going to hit, which ones are not. So now you got to buy everything and have a wall full of sneakers, hoping that one of them will pop.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's it's a disgusting environment to live in. But those who do will see the future, and those who don't will have a future. End of
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. And you know what? Most of the Hollywood celebrities, they don't buy Gucci. It's given to them. They don't buy those bags. All that stuff is given to them as promotional items, and they branch those things.
If
Most
you
of the
let me
hit,
slip in there real quick,
Mhm.
when they're on the red carpet, it's loner.
It is a loner. It is a loner. Yep, yep. Um, and then of course, most of the rappers, their diamond studded is moissanite, which is still is classified as a diamond, but it's a
Man
man-made
made.
diamond.
It ain't
Yeah, but
natural.
it's moissanite. But a lot of people is doing moissanites. It's stronger and it's flashier and it's almost equal in value. So you get caught off guard with moissanites. And then of course the my neighborhood, our neighborhood, everything they're gonna buy is knockoffs. You can bank that no one in my neighborhood is all knockoffs. So it's a crazy thing how we try to set a standard. But even in the neighborhood, even if you sport a knockoff, you at least still have more class or style than the other person who refused not to wear knockoffs. So, but on any given day, I always say this: any given day, if you see me in Goodwill, don't run from me. We both in the same place. You know, don't sleep. I've seen a lot of sisters who got class and they go to Goodwill and they know quality and they'll luck up on some high fashion items. So don't sleep on Goodwill. I guess that's a plug for Goodwill. But there's a lot of sisters who I myself, like I said, you see me in Goodwill, don't duck me.
But
Number one. Go ahead.
I'm gonna throw this out there. The king of England, supposedly their jewelry game is worth 4 billion. Their jewelry game is worth 4 billion. Do you see him out here wearing it every day?
Yeah, it's
Easy,
in a
everyone
museum.
that everyone in the royal family, when you see him in pictures or whatever, there's nothing that says that jumps off no label jumps off their clothes, and that might be a private label jacket. Matter of fact, it's a certain tailor in England that does the clothes for them. He is certified since 1700s. That same people make the clothes for them since 200-300 years ago,
Yeah,
and they recycle the clothes. They recycle the jewelry, break it down, put it in new pieces. It might take some years to do it, but they'll take a piece that was given to them by King Louis, whatever, in 1700, mix it with a coronation from 1800, and bam, there's a new headpiece
a
to be
new a
worn.
new headpiece. And in our society, in this hip hop culture, and even in Hollywood, but particularly our hip hop culture, we know the system chooses and picks who they're going to make wealthy. And then they take these bimbo rappers who don't have no common sense and they give them all of the wealth. And then they put them in front of the children to lead the children into this crazy mindset that if I follow this clown, I might can be rich like him. And this guy is only working off an advance. So you're only going to see a few of them that has money. But it's a system that's designed to take our children away from their original thinking and get them thinking
Statistically,
that I can handle a basketball or I can handle a microphone and I can be rich like these guys. And unfortunately, like the Pied Piper, these brothers just carry our children off into La La Land, including the sisters.
yeah.
As y'all
It,
was
it,
talk, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, uh, my next uh, soapbox is that I think foreign blacks are taking over from American blacks. You ask a
Almost.
foreign black kid what you want to be, astrophysicist. You ask an American black kid, basketball player. Give me
Because
that
I'm telling, yeah.
astrophysicist.
'Cause I was gonna tell you to chime in with that. I had a whole bunch of different things, but with that one, Westernized society is a virus. If you look at if you like, I'm into movies. I get knowledge out of different things I watch, even though it might be the bulletproof, but I get knowledge out of it. In the movie The Matrix, when Agent Smith said to Neo, he said, "Human beings, we found out what y'all are. Y'all are a virus. Y'all come to an environment, take all the resources from it until there is none, and move on to the next area, and that's a virus, right?" So the Western society, the way the society of Western life is, it's a virus. It gets into these new people that come to America. They forget all of their culture from their own country. They forget all the values of their own country, and now get caught up with the virus here in America and start doing the foolishness that our ancestors and people before us been doing for longest. For the longest, we've been going through some madness because people have not woke up yet. They say they woke, but they not woke. They need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you were saying earlier. The new black people. That's why I just say melanated people, because you could be African, Cuban,
Mhm.
Chinese, Arab, and you could be as dark as the three of us on this panel. I done seen Hispanic people darker than all three of us. So I don't go with the
Mhm.
black part. I just say the melanin is what's popping. So that's what it is. So, like you said, the Africans that's coming over here, the Senegalese, the Ghanese, all them refugees, they coming over here. They taking your spot. Remember, like, you trying to take my spot, Flash? That's what they doing. They taking our
Right.
spot,
Yep.
and they don't even realize it. But if young men, and what we trying to do, help young men and young women realize that this is an opportunity for you to get from out of the virus, because they're not focused on you no more. They're gonna focus on the new Africans and stuff coming up in here and all the other people coming in here. That gives you the opportunity to wake up and get yourself together, you know? So I just wanted to add that part. And then I understood what you were saying earlier, because I remember the drug game in the 90s. I used to get mad at girls. They would always try to holler at dudes that had a fly car but still live with their mama. Still
Right.
living in the projects with a fly ass
Right.
car, while I'm living in an apartment complex with a nice spot, my own bed, my own room, my own couch, my own refrigerator, my own spot. But they ain't giving me no play because I'm not rolling around on 20s. I ain't walking around with a big chain on my neck. You know, this is the type of mentality that we have. Luckily, our generation, the ones that did survive and made it, they woke up from that. But the young ones is going through the same nonsense, thinking change and big rims and all this stuff means something. That don't mean nothing. What means
Yeah.
something, like Mo was saying, have you been working for 2 years? Have you had an apartment for 2 years? Have you been doing something that shows that you are motivated and able to sustain something good in your life?
It's funny
Go
you
ahead.
say that because that's what I was telling you. I was speaking with uh, some melanated people, and I said that to the chick. She went on a tirade about education. She didn't let me finish past 2 years education. And oh, well, I'm smarter than people. I promote people at PhDs, and they're dumb, 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 dumb. I said, I don't know who you work with. I don't know who you work with, but if you let me finish my conversation, you'll see what I'm working with. But she would not let me get past. At that point, thank you, Sister Soldier. You have a good day.
Yeah. And that's that old saying. Remember, they said, I know y'all heard it before. God gave you two ears and one mouth for a reason. You're supposed to listen twice as much as you run that trap. You
I wish
know?
I had that on. I wish I had that on Sunday. I wish I had that on Sunday.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And that
what you said do? To each his own. Um, and I no disrespect to her, but you living in a one bedroom apartment in South Texas and you're single and your ideal was I'm leaving Minnesota because I want something different. I was like, well, you know what? I start filtering through. You were running away from something because this is the
Yeah.
last place that a black person will come without a job, without saying, okay, I'm coming to this area of the country because I'm being employed. I'm coming to the area of the country because my wife. There has to be a reason, but as a single black female to come down here by herself, I've been here too long not to understand that you're running from something.
Yeah. And I used to always
Yeah.
tell people, because no disrespect, I love my mom to death, but one thing I did learn from her, she always used to move a lot. Like you said, running from something. But I realized you can't run from yourself.
Ooh, you can't run from yourself.
So you have to stand and fix whatever your problem is. And then if you want to move, then you move. But you gotta
Do you
fix.
do you do you ever notice, based on that statement, you can't run from yourself, that no matter where a person goes, the same troubles follow them,
Yes.
Hmm.
the same problems, issues you had in that town comes to this town, and so on and so forth,
That's a
because
fact.
they're not developing, they're not moving into different directions. They're just, oh, I'm tired of this, I'm gonna go do this. And then you click up with the same friends, you click up with the same environment, you click up with the same. And so what you were doing over there is now what you're doing over here. There is a change that must take place in the mind and in the heart first before any change can happen. I say that we have portals in our heads, not that Star Trek portal, but portals and doors in our brains whereby we take in information. The more new information we take, the more doors that we can open up. But when those doors are not open and you think you don't have to open them and you think you're smart enough, oh, nobody tell me nothing, I know what I'm doing. That's when you're just a sinking ship, just floating to the bottom slowly, slowly. And then time will elapse, and then you'll be wondering, why am I in this situation? That's why you must constantly be moving. And when I say moving, your brain, your mind, putting things in your head that wasn't there yesterday. Read things and do things that you really, what's this about? Stay curious. That's how you keep it moving. Keep listening. If people are doing better than you, you might want to get around them to learn how to do better than what you're doing so that you can now do better.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do better. Why do I want to do better? I want to get away from these people, but I'm going to another city and meet the same people that just left. It's but you must change the mind. You must change how you think. It has to be portals in the brain that you got to open up. That means about reading different books, participating with your children, participating in your community. It's a lot of factors that's in there. But if you don't want to hear it, then who's going to tell you? I ain't gonna listen to you. What you gonna tell me? You can't tell me nothing. Okay, okay.
Definitely. You have anything else you wanted to say, Terrell, on this topic?
Nah, bro. Nah, I'm trying to watch my mouth. It's like toothpaste. Once it goes out, it's not going back in. And sometimes I can say some things I regret saying. But they say that marketing wise, like the cereal box or potato chips or anything like that, they say the front part is entertainment. So you ever look at a cereal box and you see the front part is all entertainment, it's colors and all of that. It wants people to say, hey, and they say, but the back side is education. You flip that over and you start seeing the ingredients and all of that. And so don't be so caught off on the first front because people front. You know how we like to front.
Mm.
So you see the front, that's all their entertainment. But try to go ahead and read the ingredients in their heart. Try to see what they're made of so that you can understand that. Don't be caught off with the entertainment part of our lives, with the vanity of wearing all these expensive clothes, whether they're knockoffs or reals. That's all the entertainment part. That's the fun part. But try to go ahead and get behind them and see what they're really made of. And you might be surprised that you don't want to deal with that, uh, you know, person.
De- definitely. And I would like to wrap this one up. And if you pay attention, guys, we're just saying, you know, think about things, try to make different moves with your mind. Think before just giving up all that money for something to look good. Think about your future. And when we say future, we know we all gonna die, but we talking about the future of our descendants after us. You know, it's like with the Japanese when they were the shoguns, they used to want to die a great death so the family can live on and have great namesake. Like when they hear that last name, like, oh man, I know about those people. Just like here in America, we know about the Rothschilds, we know about the Rockefellers, we know about the Kennedys because they thought, like Mo was saying, they were thinking grandpa wise. It's not about me right now. It's gonna be about my people in the future. They're gonna be talking about my kids in 2023, and that old man was in 1914. You know, so it's just help with the mentality. We just want to help with y'all mentality. That's why we out here talking and trying to pass on, because we didn't grow up with our dads. We grew up with some
No.
people. We learned some knowledge, so we try to pass on knowledge too. All right. Well, on this last one, I got this video because it's something that I like. Like, I don't know, sisters might be mad at me, but I can't stand weaves. I don't like weaves. I don't like fake hair. And I think sisters have got a little too lazy with that. And if y'all mad, type whatever, y'all type it to me, Abu Mariam, not to the brothers. That's me. So I wanted to hit you with this clip and show some love for the sisters who are brave and say, I'm rocking my hair. Check it out.
Woman to wear her natural hair, however that manifests itself.
Yes.
To me is a declaration of power
Mm.
and of pride
Mm.
and of love and of identity. I'm just a huge fan of it.
So, what do you guys think? You know, are y'all with the sisters trying to love themselves and love that beautiful hair that God has given them, or you think they should go to the little Chinese ladies and be like, "I got your
All
color"?
the thing I'm going to say is $1 billion industry and no black hands are enjoying it. $1 billion, that hair industry is $1 billion scenario. Tell me who's the black packaging, bagging hair and putting it and distributing it now, not at a local store, nationally.
Hmm.
Nationally.
Yeah, yeah.
And what Dudley's bought out, right? Dudley's know what Dudley's. Dudley was a black company, right? Out of Atlanta.
Yes.
Where's it at now? Who owns it?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
they used to have that
You
hair show every year.
Yeah, yeah. The Brown, was
know,
that the Brown and Sarah show, right? Brown and
Yeah.
Brothers.
I'm
Yes.
a, I'm a, this is what makes me laugh, right? Do you realize the average black girl don't know her hair until she's about 30, probably even more, because she's been getting it permed since she's been about 6, 7 years old. By the time
Hmm.
she realized what her hair is, she's 30 years old and she's done had 25 years of perms. Think about that. A little girl get perm, let's say 5, as young as 5, as early, let's say between or as early as 5 and as late as 10 years old, right? A perm.
Yes.
So for the next 20 years, every 6 weeks she gets touch up with a perm.
Yeah, and that stems. That whole thing stems back. Nobody. Society frowned on. You know, black women with certain type of hair texture, so they didn't
Correct.
want to look
That is true.
look like that, and so they started straightening their hair.
That is true.
And men too. Men was perming their hair, laying it slick, because again, that nappy head, they didn't. It was frowned upon in society, and they wanted it straight, just like the Caucasian, just to try to fit in. But I
Fact.
do love a woman with ethnic hair because the oils in her hair, um, you know, and then it's strange though, but while I'm beating up on the women, um, there's a lot of men who wear uh, fake dreads too. Now, I can ask a woman, girl, I like that wig play. You change up the wigs because yeah, that shit's fine as hell. But if she was to say, "Oh yeah, you like that wig? Yeah, get the blonde one, mommy," and that's cool. She might get that blonde one, whatever. But suppose if she said, yo, Jabbar, why don't you go ahead and get some locks in your head? My cousin could put them in overnight, And I will probably, as a man, be like, "What the fuck?" Excuse my language, bro. I'll be like, "What? What? Hell nah." So every now when we out, when I see a brother with locks and I'm with my girl, I got my eye cut at her saying, "Oh, that's the type of nigga she like, nigga with the locks," because she wanted me to have. But that's the same thing we do. A woman can handle us saying, "Baby, word is, I like your hair like that," but a man can't handle it. She says, "Put some locks in," because a lot of guys, man, almost 45% of the brothers with locks is fake.
I didn't know that. Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's John. It's yeah, they get it sold in.
Did not
So
know that.
it's a crazy entertainment where everybody just want to entertain everybody. So, but I do love a sister with her natural hair, the natural oils. I just love it. I just love the melon. When you say melanated, brother, the first thing I think of is some nice juicy oil coming out of their skin and out of their hair and all. But I know it's a price to pay when I talk like that. But
It's
I can't beat up the
but
sisters without beating up the
hey,
brothers either.
yeah. But I before I say something real, I gotta hit you with this clip. For those getting mad at us speaking the truth, Mace, tell them.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
You didn't hear it?
No, I didn't hear. Maybe I had to tap the volume. So,
All right.
but it's on. Maybe it's just on my end.
All right. I'll try it one more time. Whole point is don't get mad at us, bro.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
Right.
So that's the whole point. We may have topics that may be uncomfortable for people to hear because they still in their feelings. But like the old saying, no pain, no gain. And we
No
trying to gain
pain,
stuff.
no gain. Yes,
You know,
true.
you know. And I wanted to say this too, having to do with the hair. I went to barber school after I dropped. I didn't finish at the Johnson and Wales, so I tried to go to barber school. And in barber school, they told us that the melanated black people, our hair is the good hair. The Caucasian, European, that's the bad hair because it's not strong, it's not alive. That's why it hangs off their head. If you notice, melanated people's hair grows to the sky. It grows towards the sun. And it also can hold many different shapes. A white girl hair can't do nothing but hang down. That's it. She got to put all kind of mousse and stuff in her head just to get a form. But a sister, oh, let that afro grow out. And you say, "Mommy, I want you to get a high tap today." Oh, she could do that. "Oh, mommy, I want you to get like split down the side and let it hang a little bit." She could do that. She could have her hair looking like them little curly things, like you put the water in the curl and just curl and be like, she can do that. But the Caucasian can't do nothing with their hair but let it hang. That's it. So I was woke up when I heard that the black man, black woman, we have the good hair, not the other way around. So I just be having to like let people know, and that's why I have such a beef with people want to throw weave in their head. Especially when sisters be mad at white girls trying to be black. Are you doing the same thing? Are you trying to be white? You know,
They call it
You-
cultural appropriation, correct?
when God gave y'all a gift, he gave all of us gifts, and being a melanated black person is a gift, yo. Y'all got to recognize that.
It is a
That's all I
gift.
wanted to say about that. This I love a sister with her beautiful hair. I want to run my fingers through your hair. Not what you bought.
It's an African meme that's out there that I've seen some years ago that the African guy says, God gave us everything. Uh, he gave us gold and diamonds and cotton and all this different stuff to, for us to sustain on earth. He gave us big noses to take in air, gave us kinky hair to, absorb the African heat, gave us big bones to run with, and they want to change it. How you gonna satisfy them? If God gave it to us to sustain, and you want to change it, how you as a man is going to maintain that?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Because
And
the
got to
that's how to
creator
protect
chop
our
knows.
it up.
sisters.
Yeah.
We got to
Good.
protect our sisters. You know, when we
Yeah.
say a man's job is to protect, we're not just saying physically nor financially. We got to protect them from society, what peer pressure. If we, I mean, if you have a girlfriend, a woman friend, take care of her mind. Let her know that she don't have to fit in with society. That she's good enough for you, and that you like her as she is. And if she really feels as though you're really sincere that you like her as she is, she will go ahead and stop trying to um, fit into
Assimilate.
society, assimilate society. So we have to not only protect them, but we have to protect them from the peer pressure of
Yeah.
society, and let them know that in my arms with me, you're good. You don't have to,
Yeah.
I'm good. I like you the way you are. And
I,
and I
I
would say
have a
this. I know I'm
question for
going
you.
long
I have a
winded.
question for you on that right there, fam. How long can you how long does it take to deprogram somebody to believe that? Because I
Soon
can't
as
tell you how many
yeah,
times
soon as
I've
well,
done that.
soon
I'm
as
telling you.
yeah, soon as they have trust in you,
Okay,
and they believe in you, but at the same time, a lot of these fancy women out there, the uh Hollywood women, I call them, they don't take care of their children. They have nannies and babysitters. They not
that's true.
cooking.
That's true.
So
Fact.
so they can keep their hair nice looking. They can do all of that stuff nice looking because they're not in the kitchen sweating that crap out, and they're not around their babies all day. So reality is, when I'm with my girl and she has to cook, either you're going to get a woman with the fancy hair, the fancy person, all of that, and she's not going to go in the kitchen because she's too cute to go in the kitchen. Because once she goes in the kitchen, the hair is done. You know that. Or you could say, my baby here, she cooks, she's clean, and takes care of the children. So a woman, a stay-at-home woman who cooks and clean and do all of that, you're not gonna see the fancy hair. You're not gonna see the fancy clothes. You're gonna see a t-shirt, because it's a lot to try to take care of a home and then try to wear Gucci and eyelashes. You want to get one or the other, brother. So either you want a woman at home to take care of home, or you want this fancy Hollywood woman that doesn't do no home chores at all. So you
I
make
agree.
the decision.
I
I'd
was
rather
I
take.
was gonna
Go,
yeah. I was gonna
go ahead,
chime in
brother.
and say, sisters, if you got a man that really love you, he don't care about all that glitz and glam. He want to hold on to the woman that he loved. Because I think about you know our ancestors. The ladies were in the house. They used to have the bonnets on their heads, and they was wearing 50 all that makeup and stuff. Because the makeup industry only came around in the last 50 years. Before that,
Um,
women were looking the way they were looking, and the men just was happy to have that woman they could hold on to. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you see all them
True.
old pictures. I remember as a kid, old Puerto Rican mamas used to always have the big rollers in their head. Remember? They had big rollers, had a scarf on their
Yeah,
head, and they was in the
yeah, yeah.
house. And then
And they
everybody
were
would
in the
get
house.
dressed. Yeah, everybody would get dressed on Sunday morning, to go to church, or if they go to a nice event, then they would get dressed up. But in the house, the man loved his woman the way she was. She ain't had to
Yeah, with the
do too
hair, yeah,
much.
with the hair rollers and everything.
Yeah.
The
So that's
hair
the type
rollers
of
and
man you
everything.
want. You don't want the man. You don't want a man who's gonna be having you jumping through hoops. You got to be looking like Beyonce. You got to be looking like Cardi B, looking like Meg Thee Stallion, all these people, because they don't even look like that in real life.
Nope, nope.
You know.
no. Once the Glam Squad go home, nah,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
nah.
You lost it
Jay
on when
said
they
he
wake
got the
up in the
bad.
morning.
Jay said he got the baddest girl in the
She
game wearing his
saying,
shade, but he know the one he got at the crib. That's who he talking
yeah,
about bad. He ain't talking about the one that y'all see. He talking about the one
yeah,
he got at home.
yeah.
Right,
I agree
right.
to that.
But yeah, it was a great. This was a fast show tonight, but it was
Sure
good.
was.
Yeah,
Sure was.
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of, it
We
was
rocked out.
impactful.
Yeah, we rocked out with an hour real quick. We got in, we got out. That's how you got to do it. Don't waste no time. Get them in, get them out. But like I said before, everybody, thanks for watching all the way up to now. We thank you. Make sure you hit them likes, hit that subscribe, pass the word, be a part of the resistance, you know? And how you do that is pass this on and keep watching us. Till next time, we'll catch you later. Mo, don't get off this camera. Stay right where you are. And we'll be back with y'all next week. Peace.